Hey guys, what's up? It's True Boy here, and I just got done with my Disney Channel rant part 2, and I figured, maybe one thing I could do, I'm a little bored right now, I guess, kind of watching TV, and there's nothing really on right now, so I figured I'd take the time to talk a little about do the same thing, except talk a little more about Nickelodeon and explain some of that stuff. Alright, well, once again, when, I'm sure a lot of you guys, who are in your later teens, or, mid-teens, earlier teens, etc., whatever, would agree with me that, Nickelodeon, along with Disney Channel from about 2000 to 2007 or so, had great shows. I mean, we also had some not-so-good ones, but mainly, still like Disney Channel, a great network, all in all. Like, for example, one good show we had is All That. All That was, in case you don't know what it is, it's, a show where, this young actor, they performing comedy sketches and stuff, and a lot of them, a lot of those, kids who were on All That, have gone a long way, like, if you look at, like, Nick Cannon, or Cal Mitchell, or Kenan Thompson, or Jalen Spears, or people like that who did a little bit on All That, have gone a long way, and All That was a good show. One of the it was like the face of Nickelodeon for 10 years, because All That originally aired in 1994 up until it kind of fell out in about 2004, 2005, but I mean, up until then, one of the most dominant shows on Nickelodeon. And then you had the Amanda Show. Now, Amanda Bynes, she was a star on the All That show, and she the Amanda Show was really like kind of like her own version of All That, where it was just her, and she had her own shows on she had her own little sketches that she did, and that was good. I mean, I can remember, being younger and, coming home from school, watching the Amanda Show with my sister and everything, and, we always liked that show. The Amanda Show is, yeah, that's a good show. And it was also the opening to Drake and Josh. And then, after the Amanda Show ended, Drake and Josh, they started doing their show, and that was good. It was, one of the most, like, highly watched shows on Nickelodeon for 3 years, up until, up from 2004 to 2007. They had Drake and Josh, and that was good. And then we also had some stuff in that same time period from 04 to 07. We also had things like Zoe 101. Zoe 101 was a show about a girl named Zoe Brooks, yeah, that's her last name. And she attended this private boarding school called Pacific Coast Academy with her, it was a show for girls mainly, but really, I guess it was kind of like a mixed audience, because, they had some cool stuff in there for guys also, so, that was a good show. I didn't mind it. Compared to some of the stuff they have on Nick today, Zoe 101 is probably one of the more, it's better than most of the stuff we have today. I'll leave it at that. And then we had a Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Sorry about that. That was a good show. Yeah, I love that show. In fact, all three of the shows I just mentioned, Drake and Josh, Zoe, and Ned's, all air on T-Nick. So, when I'm done with this video, I'm probably going to go watch some Ned's Declassified right now. Because, that show was another one of my favorites. Because it was about a kid, Ned Bigby, and his two friends, Jennifer Mosley and Simon Nelson Cookie, and it was just them, and they were just getting through middle school, and just all the problems that middle schoolers would go through, and it didn't have a lot of drama in it. I mean, it had some drama, but minor, and that was a good show. I think I mean, if you'd watched that show, if you've ever seen the show, if you grew up with that show, then I think you would agree with me that that's a pretty good show. You know, I mean, if they ever had a Nickelodeon Hall of Fame, I'm sorry, I got interrupted real quick. My dad was talking, but yeah, if they ever had a Nickelodeon Hall of Fame, then that would definitely be in it, cause Nuts Declassified was, you know, that was pretty good also. And then we had some shows that I want to say really weren't as good. I mean, we had one of the Naked Brothers band. Yeah, that was kind of corny and cheesy and stupid at time. You know, I mean, it was okay. I really didn't watch it that much. I mean, the songs, I liked their songs. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think they were pretty talented musicians. They weren't bad. You know, Nat Wolff and Alex Wolff, they're not bad. But this show, I mean, I don't really feel like they really needed their show. I mean, Alex Wolff and Nat Wolff today, I mean, they kind of like almost like disappeared off of the face of the earth. Like, if you really, like, seriously, like, I have no idea what's going on with them today. Like, I mean, seriously, like, after their show, I think it got canceled or something, because I don't know where they are. No, like, they could be in the middle of Alaska, or I don't know. Well, never mind. I don't know. I'm just being weird right now. But I mean, yeah, no one really knows what's going on with them today. Their show just kind of got canceled, and yeah. And then we had some great cartoons on Nickelodeon. You know, Disney did too, back in the earlier stages of it. We had on Nick, we had Fairly Odd Parents, a great show. Well, that's kind of still running every now and then, but really, Fairly Odd Parents for me got a lot more. It wasn't as good once Poof came around. Back about 3-4 years ago, Poof came around, and then it just wasn't really the same to me, you know. But anyways, we had that, and then we had Jimmy Neutron, another good show. Yeah, I liked Jimmy Neutron. It was about, you know, just a kid, and, you know, him and his friends, and the kid was really smart, and they went on little adventures and stuff, and that was good. I liked that show. You know, except they spun it off, and now they have Planet Sheen. Planet Sheen is, I mean, thinking about Sheen. Sheen and Jimmy Neutron was funny. I think most of you guys would agree with me that Sheen was a funny character. The thing about him now is, he's not that funny. He's not that funny because, like, a character like Sheen, like, he's a side character. He's a supporting character in the show. Like, when you take Sheen and then you put him in his own show, then it's not that funny because, like, it's just him, and it's not made to be that way. Like, I feel like he can be funnier when he's by himself, when he's in a group of you know, people with different personalities than him. And that's what made Sheen so funny in Jimmy Neutron. I mean, like, look at it this way. Okay, you have Cosmo and Fairly Odd Parents. Cosmo. Now, Cosmo's all stupid and weird and does all this weird stuff and isn't that smart. Like, what if they did the same thing they did with Jimmy Neutron and Planet Sheen to Fairly Odd Parents? Like, what if they all of a sudden stopped doing Fairly Odd Parents and they made something like The Adventures of Cosmo or something? I mean, does anyone really want to watch just Cosmo just run around and do stupid stuff like grant wishes for people and get into trouble and cause mischief and stuff? No, that would be boring. I mean, it might be funny because Planet Sheen can be funny at times, but it's not. I mean, the plot, the layout of the show, no. And I honestly don't think that would be a good show. And then we had another computer animated show, Back at the Barnyard. Back at the Barnyard was the whole reason they did that was because they had that Back at the Barnyard movie, which came out in about 2005. It was movie. It was a cinema movie. It was in theaters actually, and Back at the Barnyard, I mean, I don't know, it was an okay movie for kids, really. I mean, it was just a movie they go to the theaters and you watch. I mean, then when it turned into a show, that was just, no, that was a mistake. You know, that was not good at all. Yeah, you know, I can't really even say anything about that other than it's cheesy, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And we had another cartoon. A lot of people probably won't remember it, but it was called El Tigre. The Adventures of Manny Rivera, and he was a superhero actually. And I mean, that was pretty cool. Him and his friend, and he lived in Mexico, and I enjoyed that show. It's kind of off the air nowadays. They don't show it anymore. I mean, you can catch it on Nicktoons, you know, along with some of the other many great Nicktoons. I'm not gonna explain them because this video is getting kind of long, but you know, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and some other good stuff. Yeah, and then nowadays on Nickelodeon, I'm just gonna talk about what's on. We have one other cartoon. It's the newest cartoon right now, Tough Puppy, and it's the voice of Jerry Trainer. And Jerry Trainer, if you don't know who he is, he's Spencer on iCarly. And it's like a tough pup, and it's a dog who was like a spy, and that's corny. I couldn't even make it through one full episode because I don't know, it was just terrible. I could take 9 days telling you about like the many reasons why I hate Tough Puppy, but I'm not going to. And anyway, and then we have shows like Victorious. Victorious is starring Victoria Justice, who was Lola from Zoe 101. And it's not a bad show. It's okay, but I think it's very similar to one of the newer shows, How to Rock. I really don't watch How to Rock either. I just find them very similar. They both have that music element to it, and I don't know. It's, yeah, you know, How to Rock, Victorious. Really don't pay attention to them. iCarly, I don't know what's going on with iCarly right now. I mean, you know, I'm hearing rumors that they're in their, I think this is their last season right now they're doing, and then iCarly's gonna be over. I mean, iCarly, you know, it took the slot of Drake and Josh. You know, Miranda Cosgrove was Megan on Drake and Josh. You know, they were, the boys grew up. She took the slot, and she has iCarly. iCarly isn't as good, but what are you gonna do? They just needed something to fill a slot for it, and they have it. And it'll be going off soon, so what will they do? How will they end iCarly? I don't know, but anyways, and then now one last thing I want to say, a new CGI show coming September 29th. They're going to be doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that I love the Turtles. I mean, I used to have the game for my Game Boy and, you know, PlayStation 2 when I had a PlayStation 2. And the Turtles are cool. Like, I feel like this is a great opportunity for Nickelodeon to have a good show again, unless they screw it up. But anyways, I really don't know. I'm looking forward to the Turtle show. But anyway, you know, once again, just don't be afraid to give me your thoughts on Nickelodeon and all this stuff. Just don't verbally bash my thoughts and whatever. And you know, try to keep it clean, I guess. Well, anyways, that's gonna do it for my Nickelodeon rant. Comment, rate, and subscribe. True Boy out.